And so here's the crime. Pilate had it written or wrote it. He is on the cross. This man is on the cross because he is the King of the Jews. That's Pilate's inscription. Here is Jesus the Nazarene, the King of the Jews. This is why he's on the cross. Therefore, many of the Jews read this inscription, for the place where Jesus was crucified was near the city, and it was written in Hebrew, Latin, and Greek. So the chief priests of the Jews, notice the distinction that John makes here. There was Jesus the Nazarene, the King of the Jews, and there are the chief priests of the Jews. And it is the chief priests of the Jews who win the allegiance of the crowds. And John is purposely putting, they did not follow the King of the Jews, they followed the chief priests of the Jews. And if you follow a spiritually blind, you fall into spiritual disaster. And that's where the chief priests of the Jews led them into spiritual disaster. And so they came to Pilate. They said, do not write the King of the Jews, but that he said, I am King of the Jews. Pilate's response is, what I have written, I have written. They're saying, we're embarrassed by this. And in part of that is, you can imagine, the Romans, as they crucified Jesus, as they mocked the King of the Jews, they are mocking the Jews. Oh, yeah, let's enthrone the King of the Jews on a cross in a high-traveled area, and let's just say, there's your king. There's your king. It's a form of mockery in and of itself. And so those chief priests who saw this say, well, don't do that. You just say he claimed to be. Pilate said, what I have written, I have written. So Pilate gets the final word. He's unmovable. Perhaps he wants a little revenge. He didn't want to get thrown into this thing. He tried to get out of it at several junctures. Jesus terrified him. And here he is. I have written what I have written. I am not changing it. Don't know exactly what was going on in Pilate's mind. But John sees this title as very significant. And that's why he records it. Pilate said more than he knew. But in God's providence, Pilate got it profoundly right. Here's his crime. King of the Jews. Rejected by his own. Crucified. What's going on? What's going on? Jesus is the King of the Jews. John makes that very clear. He is King. Scripture makes that very clear. He will rule over the Jews. He will rule over the Gentiles. He will get the Jewish house in order. You know why? Because he is King of the Jews. They will come around. And their kingdom will be the most glorious that this earth has ever seen. Why? Because he is King of the Jews. He is their Messiah. But before they could come under the Messiah's rule, guess what they needed? They needed a Passover lamb. And listen, before Jesus can be your king, he must be your Passover lamb. There will be no iniquity in Jacob when they recognize their Passover lamb is their king. In order to come under Jesus' rule, you must first be pardoned. And there is no just way to pardon except for your penalty be absolutely paid in complete full. So before you can know him as king, you must know him as your Passover lamb. His blood must be upon your life. The Jews had no understanding, did not see their primary need as to be cleansed from their sin. Just needed a political reorganization, and all would be right. No, our problem is much deeper than that. So Pilate writes something profoundly right, correct, even though it was far more than he realized.